Welcome to another Mad Hatter Reviews. First review of 2026, okay? Last review I did was the Ghostbusters HasLab car. Okay, you should check that out. I did it last year. Doesn't that make it seem like it was a long time ago? It wasn't. It was yesterday. That's how years work. They just roll over. Aren't I clever? I'm hot out the gate, baby, okay? Because it's 2026. It's a new year, okay? New adventures, new toys to review, new toys to smash, new toys to sell maybe. Who knows, okay? Anything can happen this year, okay? And I thought, let's start it off with something I love. Let me pick two things that I love. I love cats and I love samurai. So let's talk about these guys. You saw the thumbnail anyway, so there's no real surprise. YOLOPARK. YOLOPARK is the name of the company. YOLOPARK is also who sent this over, okay? So thank you very much, YOLOPARK. You know, they say you only live once. And if you break that down, that's YOLO. I don't know if I just came up with that. Maybe I just came up with that, but that's an interesting way to interpret this company because you only live once, so you should buy toys. And maybe you should buy this one. I say maybe because we haven't opened it yet, all right? We gotta see. I've talked about this before on the channel. Samurai Pizza Cats is one of the shows that I watched during the 90s that I loved. It was probably the best animated of like the post-Ninja Turtle cartoons that they had. They were kind of inspired by turtles. Anything that had mutants, anything that had pizzas, anything that had animals that were doing like ninja shit, you know what I mean? I consider that all the post Ninja Turtle era. Samurai Pizza Cats was a good one, okay? And yeah, this guy is Speedy right here. So they have the three primary cats that they're making, but Speedy is first up out the gate. I was very, very curious because this is like, it's not that expensive. I'll have a link in my description if you want to get this shipping right now. It's like under $50, but it's like die-cast metal, and it has like almost like looks like Nendroid proportion. So doesn't seem that expensive for what it is. And it also basically it gives you two model bodies. Okay, so you have like two bodies, which means like, do you get two figures? I don't know. Let's take a look. Diecast YOLOPARK, Samurai Pizza Cat, Speedy, and then you get the art right there, and then you get the art right here, and then boom, check it out. All of the stuff, the little blown apart images right there, and all the fun stuff that you could do with Speedy, Samurai Pizza Cats. So let's open up this baby. 2026, the year of cats, year of samurai, year of pizza. I'll see you there. This is kind of cool. So this is like the inner box right here, where it says like Speedy, and then you got all this right here on the back, so like a box within a box situation, and then some warnings and all that good stuff. Oh, okay, so he is literally blown apart. Okay, that's why they have that diagram there. But you do get these instruction booklet right here on how to just put him together. Okay, and I'll take a look at that, and then you get some cardboard cutout like background stuff, like these little chairs. And just some fun stuff to display and photography and all that. So let's put this bad boy together. Okay, and we are back. You get two figures. This is insane. You get two figures for like $45 or something like that. I know it's more expensive on some other sites, but like, and there are two great figures. Okay, so all right, so let's. All right, you have to put these together, but it's just like putting together ball joints. I don't know why they do it that way. Maybe that's like a YOLOPARK thing, okay? But once you put it together, it just pretty much acts like any kind of, action figure, okay? It actually is pretty damn articulated for as simple as it is. So, you get the elbows that, there's a lot of armor on these guys. So there's like a limit to what you can do. But I mean, like, look at that. Like, look at his elbows and how far they go. There's like a hinge on there. Everything is on a ball joint, and it is like this like die cast. So, you don't feel like you're gonna break everything. Here's the legs. Here's the knees. There's an articulate. There's a toe hinge. I mean, this is a damn legit figure. The painting is really nice. The articulation, the sculpt is awesome. They're about 5.5 inches tall. Okay, so they're like on like the bigger side. I'll show you like an example of some stuff this will go with. But it's like, holy shit, there's like two figures. And this is like him in his like delivery outfit. Okay, and this is like one of the faceplates you put on where he's like, yoinks. And he has this skirt, and the skirt kind of like flaps up and, can move down. And it's just separated on 4 different areas. He's got his pack. with his pizza in there. And check this out. You can have the thing open up. Yes. Okay. So you could take this pizza that he comes with, okay, and you can put your pizza in there, okay, or you can have it like a little tray, all right. But that is awesome. They gave him like the waiter uniform. That is awesome. Okay. Then he's got like a sword. Okay, the sword with the just the little symbols on there. That's pretty cool. And then you get a scabbard. But the scabbard is just for show. All right. It's just does like nothing fits in there. And then you have like another sword, like a smaller sword. You get some hands. You get peace sign fingers and some grabby hands and some fists right there. You get this. You can put on his back in case you don't want the little pizza holder, and then of course the pizza, and then you get some face swaps right here. You get Happy Time Speedy, and then kind of annoyed Speedy. I like this one right here. This one is like vintage, classic Samurai Pizza Cats, and the Zoinks one is awesome as well. And then this is kind of cool too. You got these little stands of like a table with like a chair. You get two of these chairs, and you got this facade right here. Pizza ovens next to him. This thing is awesome, okay? Even at like, this thing is a value even if you paid like $80 for this. This is awesome. I'm so glad that I like this. When I saw all the parts blown apart like that, and you had to build the thing and put it together, I was like, oh, is this like a kit or something? No, it's like a legit figure. It's two legit figures. It is awesome. These are, I can't imagine anybody making better Samurai Pizza Cats than this. Holy shit. And it's got like you don't feel like you're going to break anything. Everything is just on an awesome little ball joint. And just like, look how cool this is. Look at this. Look, it's just like, oh, I gotta deliver all this pizza. And then the little sweat icon shows up, the little anime sweat icon. I think now I want to look at some other YOLOPARK shit. Like, I think they do a lot of like robot stuff, okay? But this is up my alley. This is why I wanted to review it, all right? When I was in touch with them, I was just like, this is definitely, if I had a wheelhouse, this would be right in the fucking center of the wheelhouse, baby. So let me show you just some comparisons. First of all, here's what it does not go with. It doesn't go with Mega Man because these are 5.5-inch figures, and they have bulbous heads, and I just want, before anybody gets any ideas, I'm trying to like read where your mind might be going with this stuff. Mega Man is sort of like a natural fit you would feel, but like you're gonna get something like this unless you don't care about that. You go with turtles, you can't go with itty bitty turtles. You need the bigger turtles, otherwise it's gonna look weird. Okay, but you see, just the size. You're gonna need them like with these like with like a Ling Jun turtle or something that's like taller. Okay, what's funny? They might. If you want them real short, that's the problem. It's like, what are the scale of these guys? You know what I mean? If you are thinking they'll be real short, it'd be fun to put them with like that Mondo Donatello when he comes out. Because then you'll have like a tiny, like little guy. But this is what you're looking at in terms of like comparison to Turtles. Because again, 5.5-inch figures. Funny enough, it goes real well with shit like this. It's the... the Zootopia figures. Is it Gong that put those out? I gotta look that up. I'll put it in the comments if somebody wants to know. And then the Rocket Knight, the Premium DNA, and then the big Banjo Kazooie. So this is in that vein. Okay, think of this almost like a much more posable Super 7 figure. Or like what Premium DNA is doing. But it's in its own class, man, because of like that die-cast metal, the fact that this is so posable. This actually might be the peak of cutesy characters that are posable. Because whenever you get like a character that's kind of like stunted, like anatomy, cutesy type, there is a limit. There's a limit to how posable they are because, people don't want to break up the aesthetic and this and that. Something about how they engineered this is just brilliant because you get great articulation, and then the great sculpt and the great paint. So Samurai Pizza Cats are a win. I cannot wait till they make the other ones. These are awesome. You get two figures, okay? So you can float them to another display. Wow, these are so good. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Just understand what you're dealing with in terms of height and all that. Link in my description if you want them now. They are shipping right now, and that's probably the cheapest price. I saw it at some other retailers for like $80, $70. I think even with shipping, you'll do a lot less than that if you get it from YOLOPARK. So I will put a link in my description. What a way to start the freaking year with these awesome figures. I love them. Love me some cats. Love me some Samurai Pizza Cats. Samurai's eating pizza. Comment, subscribe, drop me a like. Happy 2026. See you next time. Bye-bye.